Hey everybody, it's Sarah coming to you live from my messy living room, and I'm going to talk to you today about how to handle it if you get sick while you're training. For those who don't know me, my name is Sarah Maurer. I'm a fitness coach who works with hikers, backpackers, and mountaineers, helping them get in awesome shape for big peaks. I blog over at missadventurepants.com, and if you've watched these videos before, you've watched the very slow evolution of my house remodel. I'm hoping it's going to pick up soon. We're taking out this gross carpet and making some other changes. So if you watch Instagram, I'll try to put some of that up. But for the topic today, what to do if you get sick. This can be really devastating when you're training for a big goal. You get some momentum, you're doing really well, you're feeling great, and boom, you got like a bad cough, bad cold, flu. Especially this time of year, it happens. Sometimes it can make it hard, especially if you're early in training, to really get going and establish consistency. So let's talk a little bit about what to do if that happens. So first of all, a question people ask a lot is, can I train through an illness? And the answer is sometimes yes. Kind of my rule of thumb is if it's anything just from the chin on up, if it's just like sniffles or a little bit of drip in the throat, go ahead and give it a try. Take it easy. Don't do your giant long run that day or your aerobic VO2 or your anaerobic VO2 capacity intervals. But maybe try something easy and see how you go. You might be okay. However, if you have anything systemic going on, if you have a fever, body aches, cough in the chest, gastrointestinal stuff, it's a good idea just to take the day off. And I know that's hard psychologically, but the thing that you really have to keep telling yourself is, if you really push, you are not allowing your body to heal, and you are going to be sick longer. You are going to be out of training longer. It is best to bite the bullet, put on some Netflix, make some chicken soup or some hot toddy if you're into that, and just relax. Don't try to push through if you are otherwise not feeling well. So that's probably the hardest part. And when you're feeling better, how do you ease back in and return to training without making yourself have a relapse? Because sometimes people try to come back too early or too hard, and then they end up getting sick again, and sometimes getting sick for longer once again. So how do you prevent that? Probably the best thing to do is a good rule of thumb: for each day that you took off due to illness, have an easy day when you come back. No long runs, no lactate threshold intervals, no VO2 max intervals, just easy aerobic threshold workouts, and you can try some strength. Don't lift maximally, but some full body conditioning, moderate reps, moderate weight is fine. Come back, take it easy for a couple days, see how you do. If you are feeling really fatigued after your workout, take a day off, take another rest. I'm really serious about this rest thing. Like, you could be out for weeks if you push it. Endurance training, it's hard on your body, so, give the body, be nice to the body, give it some rest all the time it needs to recover. It's the fastest way to get back. So assuming that goes well, your easy to moderate workouts feeling pretty good, you can resume your training schedule where you picked up, where you left off, if you've just been off for a couple of days. One thing a lot of people do, and I think this is really smart, is if you're training at cycles, say for example, it's pretty common in endurance training that you build for 3 weeks and then take a rest, build for 3 weeks and take a rest. So if you get sick in week 3, make week 3 your rest week, and then you can just kind of, finish that week as a rest week, and then, go on to week 4, it would probably be week 3, but the one that you didn't finish when you were done, when you were sick, and then continue from there. And as you can see, having a training plan made makes it a lot easier. Another advantage of having a training plan, if you're just really struggling and you feel like you've actually lost some ground being out sick, it is fine to repeat a week or even drop back a week or two. Never try to just go like white knuckle it and force yourself through it. If you've lost some fitness, being off for about 2 weeks is enough to lose quite a bit of aerobic fitness. Go ahead and back up. It is totally fine. Continue your base building. You can get it back. It's not all gone, and just keep going from there. And a little bit of good news for you. There's the, it sucks getting sick, but a lot of people find that getting sick actually helps. Like, if you can really force yourself to sit, to rest, to give your body the rest it needs, sometimes that actually gives you a boost in your training, and you feel a lot better when you come back. If that's happening to you, that might be a sign that you actually are training a little bit too hard, but it's nice when it happens. So just kind of watch and see what happens. Don't freak out if you get sick, and be very careful and very slow about coming back. I mentioned training plans a couple of times. These are great for when something like this happens. If you get sick or if you have another interruption, you have some structure to fall back on, to kind of figuring out where you're going to pick up your training. So you can either write your own training plan. That's a great thing to do. If you want me to write one for you, I have some on my website, and probably this time of year, a lot of people who are just getting started will benefit from the 8-week beginner training plan. So I will drop a link to it down there. 8 weeks of strength conditioning and hiking workouts. Great for building a base for any endurance sport that you're going to get into. After 8 weeks, you're going to have pretty solid fitness, and you're going to be ready for really hard training that comes next. So I will drop a link there. Check it out if you're interested, and otherwise, I will talk to you soon. Don't get sick, but if you do, make sure you take a rest. So happy training and have fun.